Long ago, in the land of Uz, there lived a man named Job. Job was not a king, nor a prophet, nor a warrior, yet his name was known in heaven itself. He was a man of great integrity, upright in all his ways, one who feared God deeply and turned away from evil. Job loved righteousness, hated injustice, and honored God not only with his words, but with his daily life. Job was exceedingly blessed. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters, children who filled his home with laughter, music, and life. His fields were vast, his livestock beyond counting. Thousands of sheep, camels, oxen, and donkeys grazed on his land. Servants moved about his estate like a small city, and travelers spoke of Job as the greatest man in all the East. Yet Job's greatest treasure was not his wealth, but his heart. Each morning he rose early to pray. After every feast his children held, Job offered sacrifices on their behalf, saying, "Perhaps my children have sinned in their hearts." His devotion was quiet, steady, and sincere. One day, far beyond human sight, the heavens gathered before the throne of God. Angels stood in reverent order as the sons of God presented themselves before the Lord. Among them came Satan, the accuser, roaming the earth, searching for weakness in mankind. The Lord spoke, his voice steady and full of authority. "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shuns evil." Satan sneered and replied, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not placed a hedge of protection around him and all that he has? Stretch out your hand and strike all he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." The Lord answered calmly, "Very well. All that he has is in your power, but do not lay a hand on the man himself." And so, the test was set in motion.
If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
On a single dreadful day, calamity fell upon Job like a storm without warning. A messenger came running, breathless with fear. The oxen were plowing and the donkeys grazing when raiders attacked. They stole everything and killed the servants. Before he could finish, another arrived. Fire fell from the sky and burned up the sheep and the servants. Then another cried, "The Chaldeans formed 3 raiding parties and carried off the camels." Finally, the most devastating message came. "Your sons and daughters were feasting when a mighty wind struck the house. It collapsed, and they are gone." Job fell to the ground, his world shattered in a moment. He tore his robe, shaved his head, and wept, but he did not curse God. Through tears he said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord."
Once again, Satan came before the Lord and said, "Skin for skin, strike his flesh and he will curse you." The Lord replied, "He is in your hands, but spare his life." Job was struck with painful sores from the soles of his feet to the crown of his head. He sat among ashes, scraping his wounds with broken pottery. His wife, overwhelmed by sorrow, said, "Do you still hold on to your integrity? Curse God and die." But Job answered, "Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?"
3 friends came to comfort Job, but when they saw him, they wept and sat with him in silence for 7 days. When they spoke, their words cut deeper than wounds. They insisted Job must have sinned. Job defended his integrity, crying out in confusion and pain, longing for answers from God.
A young man named Elihu spoke with wisdom, reminding all that God is just and speaks through suffering to teach and refine. The Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind, revealing his power, wisdom, and sovereignty over creation. Job repented in humility. God restored him, blessing him with double what he had before. Job lived long, saw generations, and knew God more deeply than ever. The story of Job is not just about suffering, it is about trust. Even when answers are hidden, God remains sovereign, faithful, and just.